हाय एवरीवन वेलकम टू माय चैनल। तो ये वीडियो में डिस्कसन करिया लेटर वैदिक पीरियड रो सोशल लाइफ, इकोनॉमिक लाइफ एंड पॉलिटिकल लाइफ ता सहित रिलीजियस बिलीफ। तो वीडियो आपन ପାଇଁ बहुत बहुत इंपोर्टेंट हम कहीं ना एथि हम गुड़े एमसीक्यू 2 मार्क्स 3 मार्क्स ऑलरेडी डिस्कसन हो जाउची। तो मु आ पूर्व मध्य हिस्ट्री रो अनेक नोट्स गुड़े आपन सहित शेयर करछि। जदि आपन मन से देखि नांती तो चैनल को जे देखि परिबे। लेटर वैदिक पीरियड 1000 to 600 BC. The later Vedic period started from 1000 BC and continued up to 600 BC. In this age, the Aryans began expanding their land and the territory. 10 Mandal was written. Later Vedic period, many changes in the society, polity, economic and the religious life. तो later Vedic period कौन बहुत गुड़ाए चेंजेस आसला सोशलिटी पॉलिटी रे आउ इकोनॉमिक रे। दे यूजेस मेटल आयरन इन देयर डेली लाइफ। 16 महाजनस वेर देयर मेनी चेंजेस इन देयर लाइफ स्टाइल लाइक पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ, टेरिटोरियल लिमिट एक्सटेंड, सोशल पॉलिटिकल चेंजेस इन दिस पीरियड। द्राविडियंस वेर दासस और डागोस और दासूस। तो देखिए सोशल लाइफ देखिए कौन थिला। The Aryans of the later Vedic age started the system of Chaturashram. The entire span of life was divided into 4 phases. कौन चतुराश्रम कौन 4 भाग भाग करेला एंटायर लाइफ को। तो से गुडा कौन कौन चतुराश्रम। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ब्रह्मचर्य और सेलिबेसी, गार्हस्थ्य और हाउस होल्डरशिप, वानप्रस्थ और स्पिरिचुअल रिकल्स, संन्यास और मेडिटेशन। तो फास्ट देखिए ब्रह्मचर्य। तो ब्रह्मचर्य कौन ड्यूरिंग द फेज ऑफ ब्रह्मचर्य इट दी ड्यूरिंग बैक 25 years old people studied in the gurukulas and practice as a celibacy. A convocation ceremony was held after completion of studies there. The pupils thereafter were permitted by the teacher to return home. तो कौन ब्रह्मचर्य 25 वर्ष थिला जेहेतु ताई जीवन को कौन 4 भाग में विभक्त करथिले। 25 वर्ष गुरुकुल आश्रम रहिबे सेटा ब्रह्मचर्य पालन करिवे। तापर नेक्स्ट जिबे गार्हस्थ जीवन। तो गार्हस्थ कौन ना गार्हस्थ वाज द सेकेंड फेज ऑफ चतुराश्रम। गार्हस्थ होची चतुराश्रम सेकेंड फेज। एट द एज 25 to 50 years दे कैन स्पेंड देयर लाइफ इन दिस फेज। कौन 25 ରୁ 50 वर्ष तांके कौन एही गार्हस्थ जीवन को अतिबाहित करथिले। इट वाज मेन फॉर मैरिज एंड proportion. Householder must discharge his duties properly towards his family and the children. Only after that would come the third phases. The third phase is कौन वानप्रस्थ। तो वानप्रस्थ कौन ना वानप्रस्थ was the third phase of Chaturashram. At age 50 to 75 years they can spend their life in this phase. In this phase they renouncing all bonds of family and society. He now would wonder. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए कौन इन द वुड्स और जो स्पिरिचुअल रिक्लोस लिविंग ऑन ए फॉरेस्ट ऑफ द जंगल एंड स्पेंडिंग टाइम ऑन द गॉड रियलाइजेशन। तो लास्ट फेज सन्यास रे कौन करथिले। द लास्ट फेज इज सन्यास 75 years टिल डेथ। तो माने 75 वर्ष मरिया पर्यंत से सन्यास जीवन अतिबाहित करथिले और मेडिटेशन इन द पेशेंस। At this phase they losing one's own identity, निजर पोजीशन लूजिंग करथिले इन द scarcity of devotion, meditation and patience till death constitute the essence of the final phase of life. नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए द चतुराश्रम सिस्टम लॉन्ग constitute the basic of society of the later Vedic period. तो फास्ट चतुराश्रम गला माने जीवन चतुराश्रम भाग करथिले डिस्कशन कले। नेक्स्ट टाइम डिस्कशन करा कैस्ट सिस्टम। तो कैस्ट सिस्टम केबरा होतिला। द कैस्ट सिस्टम वाज अनकनोन ड्यूरिंग द ऋग वैदिक पेज बट इट मेड इट्स appreciation in the later Vedic period and continued to grow complex force. Specified castes made their appearances in society that are ब्रह्मचर्य ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र। तो ये आम डिटेल्स देखिए। तो ये 2 मार्क्स है 3 मार्क्स मत है। तो ब्राह्मण कौन द ब्राह्मण caste was the foremost among his principal occupation was study of the Vedas, performing yajna and ceremony. मैंने ब्राह्मण मैंने कौन फॉरमोस्ट एमंग हिज प्रिंसिपल ऑक्युपेशन ऑक्युपेशन कौन था वेदस पढ़े परफॉर्मिंग योजन आउ सेरेमनी सब रही परफॉर्म करेंगे लाइक कॉर्नोटेशन एंड रिसीविंग डोनेशन। नेक्स्ट देखिए क्षेत्रियस। तो क्षेत्रियस कौन ना क्षेत्रियस द क्षेत्रियस caste came next to war, conquest, protection and defense of the kingdom and a sound administration of the state were the principal look of the caste। तो क्षेत्रीय थे। नेक्स्ट देखिए वैश्य। तो वैश्य कौन द थर्ड caste was the वैश्य and people of the caste was were enabled with agriculture, animal husbandry and trade and business। तो ये था वैश्य मान काम। तो नेक्स्ट शूद्र। शूद्र पर डिस्कसन करें। शूद्र कौन ना द लास्ट caste was the शूद्र and its members were exclusively to serve the other three castes माने caste अन्य जो जाति थे ऊपर शूद्र मान तांकर सेवा करथिले। द सरफेस were untouchable, the system of untouchability emerged as a describable taboo in the later Vedic society and even become hereditary। In fact, the entire caste system became hereditary। तो नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए एट द टाइम द फोर castes gave rise of सब castes माने कौन ये चारि भाग कौन सब caste मध्य सब रिजनल caste मध्य बाहर लाइक कौन कबर कारपेंटर वेभर chariot maker butcher etc। such complex and hereditary caste system was a gloomy chapter of the later Vedic period। The simple society life of early Vedic period had vanished forever। तो ये थिला सोसाइटी। नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए एजुकेशन। तो एजुकेशन की तरह थिला लेटर वेदिक पीरियड मेनी चेंजेस केम इन द फील्ड ऑफ एजुकेशन ड्यूरिंग लेटर वेदिक पीरियड। द सर्कुलम केम टू इंक्लूड स्टडी ऑफ द वेदस उपनिषद फिलोसफी ग्रामर रेयम एंड मैथमेटिक्स। आफ्टर दिस sacred ceremony and invitation to study, the children were sent to Gurukula from their tutelage। Next there the pupils learned as per above circulum। They also were given teaching in basic education like cattle breeding, agriculture, manufacture of articles and preparation of medicines। Each pupil gave some donation to his teacher माने गुरु दक्षिणा at the end of the tutelage। Next time देखिए teaching। Teaching was normally imparted in Sanskrit। The teacher helped his pupils to be humble, intelligent, well-behaved and erudite। Society had respect for education। Next है position of a woman। तो ये बहुत important। The women in the later Vedic age came to lose their position or responsibility। Now they came to be equated with the Sudras। No more were they eligible to total part of with men in the political, spiritual and cultural matters। They took hard for theated their right to compose Vedic hymns, to participate in the committee or to inherit property। They now quietly accepted the superiority of the men over them। तो नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए कौन द सिस्टम ऑफ स्वयंवर had almost fallen into a discourse। The girls but the right to choose their partners माने कौन से राइट पाई पारे नहीं। मैरिज वेर फिक्सड ऑफ द फादर कौन मैरिज कौन बापा अनुसार फिक्स होता कि ओल्डेस्ट मेम्बर घर जो थी फैमिली सब कौन फिक्स होता। बिग्स लाइक चाइल्ड मैरिज एंड डाउरी सेफ्टी माने कौन बाल्य विवाह आउ यौतुक प्रथा प्रचलन स्टार्ट हो गला। नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए बार्थ ऑफ ए गर्ल इन द फैमिली केम टू बी रिगार्डेड एज इनऑस्पिशियस एंड अनवांटेड माने झीर जन्म को मैंने अंटल चाहते अनवांटेड। पॉलीगैमी वाज कन्फाइंड टू द किंग एंड कंट्रीज। Marriages came to be performed through very complex ritual and rites in a society of made chauvinist women continue to remain neglected or neglected। Those later Vedic age made society more complex। Caste system, child marriage, dowry and many other despicable system vitiated the society। position and the independence of women was lost. Little changes took place in food, dress and ornaments of the earlier age, but caste system was to grow more complex and would be conscious for the future. Next time तुम देखिबा political life बा political structure कौन थिला. In this period a monarchical political system was formed. The largest unit of political organization was known as the Janapada or Rashtra, and it was ruled by the king. The king was usually a Kshatriya, maintained an army and was considered a divine character. The king, also called Maha Rajadhiraja, Samrat, Chakravarti Samrat, Akrat इत्यादि. Next time देखिए the two assemblies from the early period, that is the Sabha and Samiti, continued but a change in character in this period. And the king held most power. The Vidhata, which was the earliest tribal assembly, completely usurped the Sabha, again more important than the Samiti. Both assemblies were dominated by rich nobles and rich chiefs. Also unlike in the early Vedic period, women were not allowed to participate. So many women mane kono sabha ko participate pe allowed hi parleni. The next transformation in the political structure in transformation itla. The concept of territory came into existence in the period. A territory or a state was referred to as a Janapada or Rashtra. The Rajana from the early Vedic age later became Kshatriyas and held power over Janapada or Rashtra. Earlier wars were fought for cattle. However, in this period, the king started maintaining routines, council of advisor. So next time देखा taxation. The taxation system began in this period. Two officials, the Bhagaduga, tax collector, जो मैंने Bhagaduga कौन tax collector थे, and the Sanghahitri, मैंने जो है treasurer, were appointed to take care of the taxes. Two taxes from this period कौन थिला ना बाली और भाग ये taxes थिला. Next देखा सभा. The Sabha and Samiti continued but were not powerful enough to influence to the king. The Sabha did not have political decisions, however it took judicial decisions. The imposition in the power of the king led to the decline of these two bodies. Bigger kingdoms were formed in this period, which made the king more powerful. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम देखा कौन द किंग. तो आम किंग राजा विषय डिस्कसन करें. द किंग कौन द लेटर वैदिक पीरियड. द किंग बिकेम द एब्सोल्यूट पावर. साइंस ही थॉट वार्स. द किंग वाज यूजुअली क्षत्रिय. ही रूल्ड ओवर द जनपद और राष्ट्र. सेवरल टैक्सेस लाइक द भाग, बाली एंड शुक्ल वर डिप्लॉयड बाय द किंग. द किंग वाज नॉट आंसरेबल टू एनी authority and could not be punished for any deed. The Samiti helped the king in making decisions regarding the war and other physical policies. तो यही पढ़ते. नेक्स्ट टाइम देखा द किंग. The king performed the Rajaswa Yojana, which is the ritual in Vedic religion. When he was crowned, he also performed the Ashwamedha Yojana, a ritual where a horse was sacrificed and was believed to help in the expansion of the realm. नेक्स्ट देखो ऑफिशियल. तो ऑफिशियल कौन देखो ये एमसी गुड़ा एमसी आपको आसे होची. द किंग वाज असिस्टेड बाय ए लार्ज नंबर ऑफ ऑफिसर्स इन द लेटर वैदिक पीरियड. द ऑफिसर्स हु असिस्टेड द किंग इन द वर्क ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वेर नोन एज रथिन्स. द रथिन्स एंड सम अदर ऑफिसर ऑफ द किंग आर लिस्टेड एज फॉलो. तो कौन रथिन्स ना कुलपति, हेड ऑफ द फैमिली, ग्रामीणी, हेड ऑफ द विलेज, सेनानी, कमांडर ऑफ द आर्मी, मध्यायास्मी, मिडिटर ऑफ द डिस्प्यूट. नेक्स्ट टाइम देखा पुरोहित, चीफ प्रिस्ट, स्पाइसेस मैसेंजर, प्रजापति, ऑफिसर ऑफ पश्चर, प्रजापति, भागदुग, कलेक्टर ऑफ द रेवेन्यू, जीवग्रीव, पुलिस ऑफिसर, महिषी, चीफ क्वीन, महिषी, अक्षाभपा, अकाउंट, सूत, चारिटस, अर्थापति, चीफ जज, संग्रहित्री, ट्रेजरर, कुशत्री, चाम्बरिन. नेक्स्ट टाइम देखा तक्सन, कारपेंटर, Palagala messenger, Govikron the keeper of forest and games. Next time judiciary. So judiciary क्यों थिला ना a monarchical form of government was formed in the later Vedic period. The judicial administration changed in the later Vedic period. The judicial administration in this period saw the active participation of the king. The power of the king was sometimes the cases was also adjudged by the tribes. The largest unit of political organization was termed in Janapada or Rashtra and was ruled by king. The Sabha and Samiti lost their importance and the Vidhata discontinued. माने कौन सभा समिति यही समय कौन इम्पोर्टेंस को हराई देते द ग्रामपति villagers along with the other members decide on the petty cases at the village level. Next time देखिवा punishment in this period was very severe. For example, if a person was held guilty or theft, he was given a death sentence or his hands were incapacitated. Sentence of the ordeals were also regarded as a way of punishment. A fine was imposed in minor cases. The most heinous crime was the murder of the Brahmin, and that was a punishment severely. In matters, a civil cases, the king passed judgment with the help of assessors. Next time देखिए कौन इकोनॉमिक लाइफ. तो इकोनॉमिक लाइफ किन ड्यूरिंग लेटर वैदिक period economic was strong there. The chief occupations are agriculture, domestic crafts, domestication of animals, trade and commerce. तो agriculture कौन इसको डिस्कशन कर agriculture की प्राइवेट agriculture was the chief means of livelihood and people lead a settled life in later Vedic age. The role of agriculture in a strong economy was very important there. The Vedic period continued to produce barley, paddy, wheat, barley, fruits, cash crops, etc. Also oil seeds. Next time देखिए कौन different kind of crafts had been introduced. The main reason behind it could be the use of iron in large quantities. Iron weapons and tools have been recovered from various painted grey ware on the black and red wet sides. Crafts such as poetry, leather working, carpentry in the making of glass also flourished. Next time देखिए domestication. Domestication of animals was an important profession. Various animals like cow, horse, bull, sheep and goats were punished and considered as the part of property. Cows held grand economic value and were the main wealth. A wealthy person was known as Gomata. Cows were also offered as dana or a gift and bali or tribute to priest and chief of the clan. Cows had a significant position in the trade system of the Vedic Aryans. Next time देखिए trade and commerce. The trade and commerce were regulated and managed by a group of people called pani. जन पानी ट्रेड और कमर्स को मैनेज करते. Rivers served an important means of transport. The chief means of transport by land were rafts and wagons by horse and oxen. The Aryans did not use coin but specific weights of gold were used for purpose of a gold currency. Some Satmana, Nexka, Kosambi, Hastinapur, Kasi and Vidhata were regarded as renowned trade century. Next time देखिए religious life. The religious life कौन ना extensive changes came in the religious life of the society. New gods and goddess emerged during this period. Rites and rituals got more important than a religious itself. मैंने कौन religious नुआ god और goddess से मैंने कौन आस्ते आओ देखिए तार नेक्स्ट the goals of the Vedic period. Varuna, the gods of the Rig Vedic period कौन Varuna, Indra, Agni, Usha and Surya lost their significance. Vishnu and Prajapati became significant god. Shiva emerged during this period. sacrifices become more important than prayers ମାନେ sacrifice କ'ଣ prayer ଅପେକ୍ଷା ବେଶୀ important ହେଇଗଲା the variety of sacrifices issued in number due to the firm belief that gods were satisfied by various reasons. Next is Brahmanical supremacy. The later Vedic ages saw the gradual ascendancy of the Brahmins in social hierarchy. They alone could perform the yajna. They advised people to get many types of yajna performed for their welfare. In their ways, the Brahmins came to establish their stronghold over the society at large. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम देखिए कौन बुद्धिज्म नेक्स्ट टाइम डिस्कसन करें आ सब वीडियो चाहिए आप टेलीग्राम लिंक में छाड़ी जॉइन होंतु आ पूर्व मत हिस्ट्री अनेक नोट्स में सेयर कर आप देखना चाहिए देखिपारे आप आगे कौ वीडियो नोट दरकार मतलब कमेंट जॉइन दिखाँ तार वीडियो बनदेवी आर हाँ पीडीएफ टेलीग्राम लिंक जॉइन होंतु थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ